How to make $100K a month wholesaling real estate. Guys, it's Rick Ginn, and I'm going to share a simple blueprint that we use in our current business right now, and you can easily duplicate to pull in $100K consistently a month wholesaling real estate in whichever market you pick it. But before I get into it, do me a favor, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and you will continue to receive special content I put only here on my Rick Ginn channel. So let's talk about $100K a month. You're probably going, dude, Rick, that's a little crazy. I'm just trying to get my first deal. Okay. A big part of being a wholesaler in real estate is having the right mindset. So thinking small most of your life has put us in the position. That's why I made the transition from doing a 9-to-5 job to going out on my own and wholesaling real estate. So I had to go through a journey in doing that shift. So if you haven't done that journey, you got to go deep in right now. So you got to stop thinking small. So think about this. If you just want to do one deal and make $10,000, which you know is completely doable, why can't you do 10 more deals like that? And honestly, one is easy. It's not a given, but you have to do the work because it's your first deal. Okay. Once you get the first 10 grand, all you have to do is 10x it. Okay. You just multiply your results tenfold, and that will give you the 10x. And that's how I started with my first deal for $10,000. And now I consistently, easily do 6 figures a month, 100K plus in wholesaling real estate. I didn't do overnight. I started with 1, then I do 2, then I did 1, and then honestly I did 0, and then I did 5 one month. And what happens is I was getting better talking to sellers. My systems got better. I brought people in to help me. And this is the journey you go on in wholesaling real estate. Everybody has to go on the journey. I don't care if you paid someone a gazillion dollars or you're learning from me and Zach for free. Everybody has to go on the journey. So we start with 1, and the idea is to get you 10. So if one deal can earn you 10 grand, 10 deals can easily earn you 100 grand. All you have to do is 10x your effort. And that will get you out of the simple mindset of doing one deal and doing up to 10 deals. And keep in mind, 10 grand is usually like the bare minimum a lot of times. Sometimes you make 5, sometimes you make 30. So you might not even 10, but why not shoot for 10? And if you do 5 or 6 and you still make 100K, you are already hitting your goals and you're well on your way to doing 10 plus deals a month. And remember, it's not about the amount of deals you do. It's about the total profit and not to drive your entire life absolutely crazy. So we know we're going to go from 1 to 10 deals. We use the 10 grand example to get to 100 grand. So let's just break down the fundamentals of wholesaling real estate. So there's just 3 primary components of wholesaling. So the first one's obviously it's going to be marketing. Okay. And marketing has to be like your bread and butter. Okay. So when we do the marketing, we're talking about finding channels to pursue our prospects down. So it might be cold calling. I know a lot of you guys do it. Some of you guys do the reverse driving for dollars. Some of you are actually doing just door-to-door knocking on like foreclosures. Some are doing probates. Guys, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's mail, if it's by phone, if it's in person, your marketing, you have to go all in, okay? Without marketing, you don't have to worry about the other 2 phases of wholesaling because it will go absolutely nowhere. So I want you to look at marketing as kind of like the blood in your veins. It's really important, and without blood, you ain't going to live, especially in wholesaling real estate. So you've got to go knee deep in marketing. And that's why at freewholesaling.com, it's the first aspect we teach you about wholesaling real estate. Because if you don't master marketing, don't even worry about the rest because it won't happen, okay? The biggest thing you have to get across to get from doing 10 grand a month to 100 grand a month, your marketing has to be consistent. It can never stop. It has to be like a machine. Even when you have a bad week or even a bad month, you have to keep it going, okay? If you stop marketing, you will have gaps and you will not consistently hit that $100,000 mark. Guys, understand this. Marketing consistency is the key to earning 6 figures a month. Without it, it will be very random. It'll be all over the place. and it will actually drive you nuts. So the sooner you learn marketing and you learn how to market consistently, you are well on your way to 10xing your wholesaling to get you to that 100K a month. Okay. So we have marketing. The next phase is simply, it's going to be acquisitions. And this is where I want you to understand, especially as a newer wholesaler, or maybe in your first year, or maybe you're just getting started. Acquisitions is the person that's going to go out and meet with the sellers or talk to them on the phone if you're doing virtual or local market, and honestly is the highest skill set in your wholesaling operations. Who are you going to trust to your highest skill set? I'm here to tell you, if you are new to this and you haven't done at least 10 to 20 deals, do not outsource your acquisitions. It is the most important role after you do marketing. And this is the highest paid skill set you'll have in the wholesaling real estate industry. You go out and do the acquisition. Stop trying to scale your business to get other people to do it. Honestly, the first 7 years, I did all the acquisitions myself. I learned so much in that 7 years. Now, I'm not saying you have to do it 7 years. I just did it way too long, okay? But so many people now are being taught by God knows who, these gurus and stuff like that, is you need to hire an acquisitions manager. No, you don't. I'm here to tell you, I know very, very successful operations that the key employees, either the owners or like owners' families, they're the only one allowed to talk to the sellers, because the right conversation can yield you an extra $30,000 to $50,000. Remember, my goal is to get you to 100K a month. Okay, if I'm going to do that, please do not outsource the acquisitions positions, because it is extremely, extremely valuable, and it's the skill set. Once you master, maybe you get 25 deals under your belt, then you can bring somebody under your wingspan and slowly teach them the business. And if they can be as even 60 to 70% as effective as you, you will be very well. But you've got to master this. How do you do it? Hundreds and hundreds of appointments. Your ratios go up, and this will easily get you to that 100K a month. If you outsource it and you think you're just going to bring in a salesman, you're going to have a 98% failure rate. So here's what I want you to do. You go, Rick, well, how am I going to do all this stuff? You stick to acquisitions, you direct the marketing. Now you can hire VAs, very simply VAs, anywhere from like $4 to $7 an hour, depending on their skill set, and have them do marketing activities for you, have them pull lists for you, have them help you out with skip traces. They can even like a vet. I'm not a big fan of VA answering calls, but you cannot give acquisitions to a VA unless you're highly, highly skilled. And even then, the VAs are never going to give the effort like an owner of the company is. So you can hire VAs to do marketing activities for you. You can help them organize information, even do some transaction coordinating. Please, acquisitions, it's all you. This is the big secret that people miss going from 10K to 100K. You on acquisitions, you can outsource a lot of the other stuff. The third and final one that we don't want to forget about is dispositions. And I'm here to tell you, this is one of the easier ones. By you actually getting somebody in charge of your dispositions is, I don't really want you to do it. Now, really, your first 10 deals, you should probably do yourself to figure it out. Once you get 10 plus, you can find someone and you give them their sole job is to liquidate these properties and get the highest yield for them. Now, you can, I like to hire ex-realtors because they know markets, and we teach them how we work in our wholesaling space, specifically on assignment contracts and some wholesales. But they get very excited about trying to impress you to sell it for a higher number. But you got to let them know your time frame. If you only have 2 weeks to move the deal, you got to listen, you got to get it moved in 2 weeks. So if you only have like one buyer that's interested, you're going to have to move it and we talk. If you have multiple buyers, your job is to court everyone and get the best deal that's going to close for the most amount of money. Now, if they're a realtor, you can pay them a percentage on the sale, usually between 1% and 2%, or you can tie them into the profitability of it, and you can make that part of the pay like 10 to 15%, or you can do a combo of the both. Either way that works. But here's the difference is, if you put somebody in charge of it, they will fight like crazy to get you the highest price. What are you doing? You are directing the marketing, and you are going out on acquisitions. So you're not going to have, when you're doing 10, if you're trying to do 10 plus deals a month, you're not going to have time to do dispositions in the long run, and you're going to start selling stuff for way cheaper. and that's going to affect your net, and you might not make that 100 grand mark. Guys, disposition's easy. Just find people that will answer phones, emails, and vet cash buyers and teach them how to do it, and have them go and fight and get the best price for you with the quickest amount of terms to get it sold. I did this way too long, and honestly, the minute I hired a dispositions person, we were earning between 20 and 30% more on all our wholesale deals. Guys, this is a game changer on dispositions. So what I want you to do is focus on acquisitions, and you can easily take your business from doing 10 grand to 100 grand a month. And honestly, you're just scraping the surface. The sky's the limit. Don't limit yourself. I need you to think 10X. I need you to 10X your marketing, your acquisitions, which is going to be you, and dispositions. It's really easy to bring somebody on. They don't even have, you don't need an office for any of this stuff. Have them sell your deals for the most, and use a combo of those three, 10Xing them, and you can easily do 6 figures a month in wholesaling your real estate business. Guys, do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Do you think you can do 100K a month? I don't care if you haven't even done your first deal yet. I want you to think big, and I want you to think about your future in wholesaling real estate, because it's tough in the beginning, and I want you to understand the rewards are there, but they can come quick. I've seen people be wildly successful in as little as 4 to 6 months. I see some people take a year or two. We all learn at a different curve. So what I want you to do is go over to freewholesaling.com. You can sign up for a course there. I promise you there's no credit card, there's no swipe. Me and my son Zach will teach you how to get to your first 100K step by step through all 3 phases of wholesaling. And we even have a 30-day challenge in there for you if you want to take it on. And it'll walk you through step by step your first 30 days in wholesaling real estate. Guys, check it out at freewholesaling.com. This is Ginn, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.